Alright, so let's try this again. I had a critical problem with OBS. I totally skipped everything. I did a whole mission and I was like, oh, I'm so soaked because I did so well, and all of a sudden, for some reason, OBS glitched out and it just basically cut off the entire video. Basically threw it in a dumpster. I was really angry. This is the reason why I absolutely hate most streaming service, especially ones that are glitchy like this. So I decided to restart the whole video again. So let me restart where I left off. I switched my Warframe into Wukong, which is basically the Monkey King god from the Chinese crossover of the company of the Digital Extremes, I think, is the company that made the Warframe franchise of this game. I also switched out some weapons. I went with Latron Prime, the kunai, or the Spira, which is another type of kunai. And it's the weapon that's most commonly has been released with Wukong is the Sidon, which is an item you can actually easily equip right now. Like, you have to get the resources to make it. So I'm gonna go to my favorite farming grounds for items, which is on Jupiter and on Ganymede. It's an exterminate mission, and as well as most places, this mission has a lot of credits, which is something that you need to purchase blueprints and to craft items. And it's very easy to acquire because this level has what they call a lot of dead end rooms, which is just little rooms that are off the side of the main rooms, which they have a lot of chests in. This is a new tile, one of the newer tile sets from the updated release when they made this game. A few updates ago, they made these room sets on Jupiter Gas Planet. So I'm just gonna skip the intro and jump right into it. So as you can tell, there's already some resource caches right here. I also have a mod equipped on my, well, not a mod, something you don't buy online, but a mod I found off of a mob that drops in the void. It's called Master Thief, which allows me 40% chance of opening a chest. Obviously right there I didn't seem to be opening most of the chests, but only a few. Let's go double take a look. Now, I'm not doing the stealth run, I'm doing the pure shoot everything. I'm doing the the non-stealth version way of doing this. I got spotted, but I can deny that. There we go. Whoa, these guys just wandered in my room. Obviously, the Latron is not a very powerful weapon, as you can tell. As for weapons go, the Latron is basically more so a pretty weapon. Like, it's something that's dressed up fancy from the void. The regular Latron is surprisingly a good weapon as well. I'm gonna swap out with the kunais. Kunais do a really nice damage, as you can pretty much tell. That's what happens when you let the turrets, or not the turrets, but the cameras see you. Cameras summons door lasers and those turrets. They don't summon all the time, but they do pop out a lot, and they do attack you pretty harshly. Yeah, Oxygen Ospreys, they kind of dive bomb you. If you're able to kill them without having them explode on you, they drop Oxygen, which is a very rare resource for crafting many items in this game. I'm going to use my special ability. Hopefully this time I won't crash the server, because that's what really crashed all my problems, so caused all my problems. So far it's working fine. Still says I'm recording, so that's good. Now I switched out of that maneuver and pop that camera before a turret sees me. They cause turrets to be live. There's gonna be like turrets roaming around the level. Sometimes you just randomly spawn. Like right now in this room they don't have turrets, but they do have a door right here which would cause a laser field to go across. Oh, seems to me there's an enemy I left behind because I can tell on the mini map there it is. Sometimes enemies just randomly pop up from behind you. Don't mind me, I have a little sniffle cold, so I had medicine. And I did the live stream earlier, which was great, but then I got sick because I got really stressed out when the OBS crashed. Without me knowing. It didn't even tell me that it went down at all. The little bugger. Well, that's what you get for free software. When it's free, you can't really complain because it's free. That's the stipulacy. However, I would love it to work, though. If it's free, I want at least to have it to work somewhat decently. Or at least tell me that it went down. People would use other services to do stuff, but like I think, oops, bomb. People would use, I don't know. I think there was like another software out there for it, but I don't know how to use it yet because it's really wonky. Or it's just because I don't know if it exists still, or just people are just like randomly creating these softwares for video captures. I'm not gonna bother with the chest. I'm just gonna like I spent a lot of time on this level to show you guys stuff, but like I said, because of the glitch, I was not able to record anything. Everything was deleted from OBS because OBS crashed and it locked up pretty hard. The whole video was corrupted too. It was just a blacked out video. So yeah, there we go. Here's another little room with these chests. Let me try to open as many as I can. Now, if I took the time to do this level, I could easily rack in about 12 grand worth of credits. Most blueprints cost around 25 grand to create to gather a blueprint, and to craft the item another 25 grand. So it's basically around 30 to 45 grand worth of credits to farm to actually get items. But it is easy to acquire items because easy to acquire credits because in this game it's pretty big amount you get from missions. Just when you start the game though, it's not a lot. And again, this is like everyone likes to call it, it's Farm Simulator. Technically it is, because in order to get your items you want, you have to farm for it. Eximus. I already talked about that earlier. Moa. Probably hear me smashing my keyboard. Don't worry about that. Surprise those guys. I think there's something over here. Yeah, another one of those little loot rooms. Loot rooms! Get all the money. Credits is the in-game currency. This is stuff that you can get from missions like that in-game. Platinum is the actual you have to pay to get. And unlike most free-to-play games, you actually start off with a very few platinum. I may suggest people not to spend it on cosmetics, because cosmetics is pretty worthless in this game. What you want to buy is Warframe slots and weapon slots. Because as you can see, for me, I got lots of slots because I literally pooled in around $150 worth in this game to get my slots for my weapons and stuff. Otherwise, you would have to give up items and Warframes for a new slot. Which is fine by me, but when you're grown attached to a Warframe or a weapon and you want to keep it, then you need to have more room to add more weapons. That's where it becomes a challenge. Because remember, you don't have infinite slots to store your weapons. It's like most MMOs, like if you want to have extra space, you gotta pay for it. Thankfully, it's not a paywall where you have to pay to progress the game. So that's the advantage. Like you can just easily sell off an item. You can't sell this item because it's bound to you. There's no such thing. But you can't sell an item to a person. You just sell the item off, and it's like destroying the item type of deal. So in this game, I think you start off with 10 weapon slots, like that's your normal slot, and 2 Warframe slots. -1 because you start off with a Warframe and you have 2 weapons currently already pre-equipped when you complete your first mission. Sorry, 3. So you only have a few slots left. So you want to make sure you keep those open so you can get more weapons and stuff. So my biggest suggestion earlier on game is to get at least 1 Warframe slot and a few weapon slots. If you want to add more money, I would suggest just grabbing more slots for your game so you can actually store more weapons. And just use the in-game currency to buy the blueprints. Because you can buy the blueprints, farm for the items, and then you can build your weapon. And it's more fun that way because your weapons are built by you. You don't have to pay for weapons, and it's not a waste. Because it's a waste to spend money to buy a weapon because you still have to level it up. It's like you get the weapon but it's not leveled. Man, I'm getting stealth kills now. I'm not even being stealthy. That's the sad part. That's how good I've gotten right now. Still streaming, thankfully. Wait, there's probably more enemies on this corner. Let's go double check. I'm almost done with level 2. I'm at 72 out of 82. Right now, 80 out of 82. I just need to kill off a few more enemies and I'm done this level. Pretty much a useless thing that guy just did is basically started an alarm for nothing. And there we have it. All enemies destroyed. Mission, technically it's mission complete. Now this is a perfect time for people who are new to this game. And this is a perfect time to actually explore your surroundings. I would severely suggest people to actually explore fully, like every corner of this area. Like there's a lot of secrets and hidden treasures around this game. So, and the game does reward you if you're able to find very rare loot and stuff. Like they do have very rarely a chance to find what they call a rare loot cache. It'll be basically a glowing random container. It's very rare it happens, but it does spawn into areas where you actually work to find. So it's worth digging around for those. They don't spawn in every level though. They spawn like once every 100 levels you play, and they're usually hidden very, very well. Like they're in the very difficult loot rooms to find. Speak of the devil, right there. I just got a rare loot chest. Fusion core, gold fusion cores. And that gave me a lot of cash. Wow, that was lucky. I was talking about it, and there it was, just sitting there. A rare loot cache. That was a first for me, right there. I was just literally talking about the loot cache, and boom, there's one right there. I should start talking about that more. That'd be great.
Excellent work, Tenno.
So that's pretty much it. The game gives you your ranking and stuff. So I leveled up my Wukong, my Sidon leveled up. My gun and Spiro hasn't leveled up very much because I haven't used it very much. So now we can take a look on what I got for my items. Excuse me. I got a Fieldtron. Those are rare items too. Not the samples, but the actual Fieldtrons, completed versions of those components. And because I got that rare loot chest, I got 26,000 credits plus the game the level credits you get. And out of all that, I got a gold fusion core. So that's a pretty good haul for that run. Now let's go rank up my Warframe. There we go. The game is back. I don't know how long it's going to be up. I think their servers are going down for some reason. I just want to level up my buddy here so I can get some stuff. So now I have a few more levels to work with. So I got 2 more levels. So let me increase the vitality. If I have one. That's 7, 8, 9. So if I had a 9 vitality, which I don't have. So let me turn one. Let's see. Let me mod that number 7 right there to make it up to 9. Duplicates. And let's go switch to Warframe. Now the vitality will be under its own little slot. So there's the normal vitalities. I want my duplicate vitalities. There's one right there. So let me put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try 8. No, I won't do very much. 30. So I got a lot of them. Now it's rank 8, and let's probably shove in a fusion core or 2. So let's put in 2 fusion cores. Oh, that's not a lot. 3, 4, 5, 6 fusion cores. Very good. Let's try 8 fusion cores. Cancel. Ah, screw it. Well, let's do it like that. I'll just have it at rank 8. So, apply fusion. So now I have a rank 8 vitality. It does cost in-game credits. Like, this game runs on credit system. You have to have money to put into your Warframe and stuff, or to mod stuff. So be sure to be able to do that once you have a chance. And be aware of modding, because it is expensive if you make a mistake for modding. If you got many mods, like, you'll get a lot of vitality and stuff. Make sure you have like a variety of vitalities. Make sure you have like a level 2 vitality, so when you have a new Warframe, you can attach it. Once you have a very high level of vitality, see, this requires level 10 to snap in, which means you have to have your Warframe up at level 10 to snap in your mod. And I have about 56 levels available to my Warframe. Also, because I have Steel Charge as an aura mod, which adds on to the amount. So that's pretty much it. I think I can. Let me see. Yeah, this weapon I could add a few things. Don't have very much room. Let's see. What mod would be beneficial to me right now? This is a critical specific weapon. It's designed to inflict critical damages. I'll put a channeling mod because I do a lot of channel maneuvers, which means you deliver higher damage but at a cost. And with that channeling mod, it will help me lower the cost of using it. So that's pretty much it for this run. I'll definitely going to play some more Warframe. I'll show you guys a few bosses later on down the road. I'm more likely to be jumping into groups with people. Like, I like to play in a larger group. I'll invite a few people to come in and play Warframe with me. If you guys play a Warframe and you would like to have me to jump in, just give me a shout. Like, I'll eventually do play it once in a blue moon. So, talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming by this on this little YouTube video of the Warframe, and I hope you guys give this game at least a try. It's worth playing. I know it gets dull. It is dull playing it the first time because a lot of the little story-heavy junk there, but the game is worth it in the end. Like, it's a decent, fun game to play and get yourself into, especially for an absolutely free-to-play game. Like, you jump in and you play. There's no paywall where you cannot progress because you have to pay money to actually physically play the game. This game is, you play it at your own leisure. So, without further ado, we'll see you on the next stream. Goodbye.